Welcome to the Happy Hormones Coach podcast, your go-to source for all things women's health. I'm here to guide you through the ups and downs of hormonal changes, helping you understand how these shifts impact every aspect of your life. So whether you're in the perimenopause phase or really any other phase of life, looking to improve your overall well-being, or just seeking practical tips on stress management, nutrition, and fitness, then this podcast is for you. Join me as we explore holistic and functional approaches to health, share expert insights from guests, and empower you to feel your best at every stage of life. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to remind you that the information shared in this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any medical condition. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making any changes to your health regimen. Hey, welcome back to the Happy Hormones Coach podcast, where we go beyond the surface to explore the real, raw, and relatable aspects of health and fitness. I'm your host, Jennifer Gamayo-Self, and today's episode is all about a topic that could completely change how you approach your health. And it's easy, but it can be pretty tricky. It's self-awareness. More specifically, how to listen to your body's data like a scientist, decode its signals, and use that information to refine your habits and heal from the inside out. We're diving deep into what self-awareness truly means when it comes to your health, how it works on a kind of a scientific level, and why it's the game changer so many people are missing when they're trying to get healthy. You know, you think of the fun stuff, I guess, like nutrition, fitness, but really this is the missing part of it. So whether you're dealing with chronic fatigue, hormonal imbalance, or just feeling off, but can't figure out why, then this episode is for you. By the end of the episode, you'll have actionable strategies to tune into your body's language and use that data to become your healthiest, most vibrant self. So grab yourself a tea, coffee, notebook, whatever you need, because we're gonna dive deep into the science of self-awareness. So let's start with the basics. What is self-awareness and why does it even matter for your health? Well, self-awareness in a health context is the ability to notice and understand your body's signals, patterns, and responses. It's about being tuned into what your body is saying without judgment. And what's the problem? So most of us are out of touch with our bodies. We truly are. We've been taught to ignore or even suppress signals like fatigue, cravings, especially emotions, treating them as inconveniences instead of the valuable data that we actually need to notice. And so studies in neuroscience, and I actually personally love studying neuroscience. I just geek out about it because I just absolutely fascinates me, the mind and body and how it all works together. But studies show that self-awareness activates the prefrontal cortex, which is the area of the brain responsible for decision-making and reflection. And there's a reference to, I cannot pronounce it, to Shika and Adolphs in 2007. And there's the interoception is the scientific term for sensing internal body signals like hunger, thirst, even stress responses. And research has shown that higher interoceptive awareness is linked to better emotional regulation and overall health. And that was sourced from Critchley et al. 2004. Why does it matter? So when you're self-aware, you can identify patterns, and I love looking at patterns. My nutritionist got me on this, and she's more than that, but I just love looking at it. And even with my clients, I just love gathering data and looking at patterns. So you can identify patterns that lead to burnout, illness, or imbalance when you are more in tune with your body. For example, noticing that you're always tired after eating certain foods could lead you to uncover a food sensitivity or imbalance, something. And it also empowers you to take charge of your health instead of relying solely on external advice or quick fixes. Your body can heal. It heals itself. And we really are smarter than we give ourselves credit for.
We know the answer. It's just sometimes we just have to dig and talk it out to get to it. But we really do have that. Our body is actually very smart if we listen to it. And in short, self-awareness is like having a built-in health monitor. It's just a matter of learning how to read it. So now that we know what self-awareness is, let's talk about how it actually works. How does your body communicate, and how can you start listening? Well, your body is a messenger, and it's constantly sending signals, from the obvious ones like hunger and pain to the more subtle ones like changes in mood, energy, even the condition of your skin. So, like example, hormonal imbalances often manifest as fatigue, mood swings, irregular periods. These are just signals. They're not random occurrences. And it also helps, again, to notice patterns and what is the role of patterns. So your body thrives on rhythms, daily, monthly, and seasonal. These rhythms are called circadian, infradian, and ultradian rhythms, respectively. So research shows that disruption to these different kinds of rhythms, and most of you are probably familiar with the circadian rhythm, but such as poor sleep, inconsistent eating, any of that can lead to chronic health issues. And that was Saper et al. 2005, quoting from there. And so, example, if you consistently wake up tired, track your sleep, stress, and even evening habits or routine to uncover maybe the root cause, just to try to get to that really what is going on versus like surface level. And so the nervous system connection. Your nervous system is the bridge between your mind and body. It's why stress, which is a mental state, can manifest as physical tension or gut issues. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one who, when I am stressed, or if I'm thinking of something, or if there's something sad, or if I'm anxious, I physically feel sick. It's kind of like I have a cold or something like that, but I physically feel it. And so, if we really listen to our body, we don't have to just come to the conclusion that, oh, maybe I'm just under the weather, maybe it's a flu. It could be whatever we're thinking. It could be our emotions. And also chronic stress dysregulates your autonomic nervous system, keeping you in that fight or flight mode that we talked about and preventing your body from healing. And so here's a tip, and I like to use this with clients as well, but practice mindful breathing to calm the nervous system and just become more in tune with your subtle body signals. And so the breathing, which I like to call resets throughout the day, just even a couple deep belly breaths, and that really will help just to reset your nervous system. And so here are some tools that you can track for awareness if you're not already doing it. You can use a symptom tracker, so you can write down what you eat, how you sleep, your mood, energy levels for 2 weeks, because patterns will emerge from there. You could do it longer, but I would say the minimum of 2 weeks. You can even try body scans, and this is something that I actually really enjoy myself. So spend 5 minutes a day noticing physical sensations, from tight shoulders to a racing heart, all the way down to your toes. So literally from head to toe, and just kind of scan those areas. And when you start observing instead of ignoring, you'll be amazed at what your body is trying to tell you. So why is this important? Why can't we just follow a diet plan or take a supplement and call it a day, right? Well, because surface level solutions don't last. Most health advice focuses on symptoms, but not the root causes. And so, for example, and I know this is for a lot of us, including myself, feeling bloated lately? You might cut out gluten or dairy, but without self-awareness, you won't notice that stress might be the real trigger. And it also puts you in control. Self-awareness allows you to experiment and refine your approach. You become your own health detective and advocate and professional. So instead of saying, I'm always tired, you can pinpoint the causes. Poor sleep quality, overcaffeination, nutrient deficiency. It could be a number of things, but it's what it is for you. And this is something for everyone. So whether you're a busy mom, a career-driven professional, or someone just managing chronic stress, self-awareness is a tool that everybody should and can use. And it's especially vital for women in midlife dealing with hormonal changes because these shifts definitely amplify the body's signals. So let's get practical. How can you start developing self-awareness today? Well, again, it goes back to tracking patterns. So keep a journal or use an app to note your mood, energy, digestion, and symptoms. So for example, do you notice any mid-afternoon crashes? What did you eat for lunch? Are you grabbing for a snack? Well, what are you feeling? What are your thoughts? Just things like that. And create stillness. Just peace, be still, right? In our busy lives, we don't leave room to actually be still and listen. So try mindful practices like meditations, or just simply spending 5 minutes in silence. You can also ask questions. So when did you notice a signal? When you do notice a signal, ask whatever it could be. What could be causing this? Is this new or recurring? What happens if I change X, Y, or Z? Work with a professional. A coach or practitioner can help you identify patterns that you might miss and provide tools to deepen your awareness. I know it has worked wonders for me, my personal health journey, as I've talked about before. And so self-awareness isn't just a health tool, it's a life skill. It's all about learning to partner with your body instead of fighting against it. And when you listen to your body's data and use it as a guide, you open the door to sustainable, lasting health and healing. And I know that's what you truly want. I do too, and I want that for you. I hope this episode has inspired you to tune into your body in a whole nother way that maybe you might not have thought about before. And if you found this helpful, please share it with a friend or leave a review. It helps others discover this podcast and start their own journey of self-awareness. I also wanted to share that on my YouTube channel and on my Spotify channel, I'm going to be actually putting out some music that I write lyrics for like self-care, and I just have always, since I was a preteen, loved to write. And so, I'm going to be putting some music out, so I will just give you more information as that comes. But I'm super excited and happy about that. And that's just another thing that you can do. I'm also going to be doing a plank challenge just before Thanksgiving. So if you want in on that, let me know. Until then, your body is always speaking. Please remember to listen to it, and I will see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Happy Hormones Coach podcast. I hope you found today's episode insightful and empowering. Remember, taking charge of your health is a journey, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. If you enjoyed this episode or any of the other episodes, please be sure to share, subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It does help me to reach more women like you who are striving for optimal health and happiness. And don't forget to follow me on social media for daily tips and inspiration. Until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep thriving.